Hi everyone, it's Christian Butzek, downtown Vancouver Realtor. For today's video blog, I want to talk to you about assignments, right? And right now, what is the market for assignments? If you bought a condo at a pre-sale project 2-3 years ago and you were planning to assign it, what do you do? How do you do this? That's the topic of today's video blog. So let's jump into it right now. Okay, first thing I'm going to say to you, if you have an assignment, the best practice here, the best thing for you to do would be find a way to close on the project that you bought and list the home on the MLS thereafter. And it's very easy. The reason why you want to do this is because, the MLS, the multiple listing service, is like a public stock market for real estate. And so just like the whole world can see Apple or Google trading on the NASDAQ, you want the whole world to see your assignment, your condo, because you're going to make more money that way. And it's just going to be a lot easier for you to sell it that way. Okay? And what I'm finding when I'm talking to a lot of realtors out there, and I'm talking to buyers too, in some cases, they want to sell the unit before the building completes or closes. And that's an assignment, right? You're selling a papered contract, a right to ownership once that building is complete. And the reason why a buyer would want to do that is because they can't close on it. Maybe they can't get financing from a lender, right? They might not get financing because they lost their job, right? If you work in the airline industry or in hospitality, of course you're going to be affected by everything that's been going on. And, we understand that. Now, there's a second group of people who bought these pre-sale projects 2, 3, 4 years ago. And these people are speculators, in essence, right? I've talked to a few of them who bought it because they saw that the market was climbing and they thought it would keep climbing. And of course it didn't. And we had a change in government, a change in provincial and municipal government. They brought in a whole bunch of taxes like the foreign buyers tax, the speculation tax, the empty homes tax, you name it, and they brought it in. So that really kind of, was like a thud to the market. And not only that, but we were seeing some skyrocketing prices and it had to slow down at some point, right? It just it was not sustainable at that level. All that being said, the best thing you can do is to sell your assignment if you're trying to sign up is to close on it and to sell it much later, right? And sell it on the MLS. It's just going to work out much better for you. Let me tell you a couple reasons why. First, developers are not letting you assign it. Think about this, right? You got a developer, let's say downtown, they're listing at $1 million, and here comes you, and you bought it for $1 million a couple of years ago, and now you're trying to sell it for $900,000. And they're competing, the developer in that sense is competing against themselves. Right? Their own product, except, you're selling it for $100,000 less. Of course, the buyer's going to come to you instead of them, and it's going to make life difficult for them. Secondly, they're not going to get the money, the profit that they need out of that sort of scenario. So they're not going to let you assign it. What I'm finding is a lot of the developers are very strict. Also talking to my realtor colleagues in the industry, it's the same story. Most developers are just not letting it happen. They're not letting you put your assignment on the MLS. So what we do see a lot of assignors and realtors like myself do is we're having to market these units through back channels. And if you really have to sell it, I work with you. But again, my advice is to close on it and put it on the MLS later. But here's what I'm doing. What I'm doing, for example, is I know who some of the big pre-sale realtors are in the city, so I call 40 or 45 of them and let them know personally what I have available. Another thing we realtors will do is, in my brokerage, for example, is about 394 realtors. And so I can put this assignment through our Slack communication channel. Slack's just the software that we use. Other realtors who might be working with buyers can then take that information and share it with their potential clients. But again, I come back to it. I still think you're better off if you just close on the unit. You can list it on the MLS, and the whole world can see your listing. So that's really key here. And what I want to come back to, the other struggle that we have with assigning it is the market is a lot weaker. Think about it. You had a lot of the downtown product, and a lot of it now is luxury product because developers have to buy and at really high prices. Construction prices have been rising. And so these guys have to sell at $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a square foot to make a profit. And right now, that market's not there. I'm seeing new buildings downtown in the West End, $1,300 a square foot. So just imagine, you try to assign at 2017 prices, that's a tall order, okay? And that's what I'm finding right now. That's what my realtor clients, realtor friends, and some clients as well are finding right now. So it's a weak market. And now with this whole virus situation, you can just imagine the luxury prices. And whenever the market is hit hard, it's the luxury prices. They're hit the hardest, right? The $2-3 million product. So just want to share that with you. So that's pretty much it. Now, maybe the last point, if you are one of those people and you still want to assign it because you are afraid that you can't qualify for a mortgage, you're not going to get financing, I would suggest you get in touch with me. There are always options. I would probably put you in touch with a lender. You could potentially qualify for a high interest mortgage. It could be in the 8-9% range. This is what a lot of buyers do who are having trouble getting a conventional mortgage. Conventional means from a regular lender, a CIBC, a TD, a Scotiabank. So for something like that, there is still a way out of this. It just means once you've closed on the unit, we've really got to jump on it, get you listed on the MLS. You can then stage it. And you know what? You can then have buyers come in. They can see the unit. They can walk through. If it's been nicely staged, you can actually maybe push the price up that way too. There are options. There are always options. So what you do is just get in touch, and our contact is just below. Again, thanks very much for watching the video, and I hope that this provides some value for you. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.